Hello, my name is Andy Heft, and I'm going to show things about the massager that I built out of household objects. I have been able to fix over many years electricals, objects, anything you really need other besides tampering with metal at the moment because I don't have a lathe. But when I did, and I had my brake and my drill press, I love building stuff with metal. I built a tricycle bike so my son could learn how to ride bikes with kids, and so on and so forth. But the last month I have fixed a switch and a power wheel, forward and reverse, out of a pin. That's it. And right now I'm fixing my massager motor bushings out of junk. And I hope that these videos that I start to make help people at home realize that they do not need to spend thousands of dollars or throw away crap, because when food stamps and SSI is gone, you're going to be able to use objects and fix them. But if you listen to the government, you're just going to have to throw it out, buy something new, and it's junked. Wrong. So, as you can, I'm going to show you that the bushing, I made a bushing because the bushing got lost with my plastic cap, and this motor is actually so old that the bushing holders are metal, and they're actually surrounded by plastic, because if it was to touch the outside casing of the motor, it would ground out. So this old of a motor and everything is kind of unique. But on this particular problem, as I just did on this side, because I want to see if it works and I haven't tested it, is that there's an electrical cap sticking out this side. Well, I didn't cut it off when I made it for the other side because somebody lost my cap and bushing. It broke off this side. So I just fixed it. And I put my only cap in there, which I will replace when I go to Ace Hardware. But basically there was a half moon shape left from where the wire nut broke off the threads. Well, you need that plastic threads to push on the metal pieces of the bushing. Like so. See, goes down in there, pushed on, and then the piece is plastic. See if you can see it. There you go. Okay. Well, anyway, I took zip ties and I went around the outside perimeter and made a nice circle and super glued it to the bottom. Then I took another half moon, or I cut just a piece that filled in the half moon left plastic and glued it in there. Then I stuck another zip tie on the top of the other one, glued it, and I stuck another piece in there to fill it up. As you can see, I had the bushing in there just fine with the plastic cap. And that's zip ties and super glue to fix a plastic screw bushing holder. And what's great is that super glue actually melts plastic, if anybody really knows that. And as it melts it, it kind of bonds and adheres when severe oxygen starts leaving the plastic into the glue. Bet you people didn't know very much about that. Just kind of like torches cut because of oxygen, not because of hot metal. So, now I'm threading that back in there. How awesome. Kind of just worked that way. I didn't have to make threads or nothing. Just a little bit of pressure. Just a little bit. Now I'm going to show you side that's okay, but the bushing I had to make. Homemade bushing out of a jigsaw, ink pen, and I stripped electrical wire. I don't know what it was off of particularly, but spring, ink pen spring, wire pushed through the middle of it. Bushing out of a jigsaw, filed down. As you can see, one part of it's flat, kind of. I don't know if I can get it good. There, now you can kind of see. I just flattened down one edge till it fit into the square, and it worked. I'm gonna put that baby back in there. Oh, just put it in upside down. I wish I could flip this phone from forward to reverse better, or had somebody to hang on to it, but all you are is getting a close up of my face, so that's awesome. Remember, this is my first one. Hopefully they get better, and I hope people could really use my ideas. I'd like to move to actually Alaska one day, buy my own provided tools to make my own electricity from water and wood, and I want to be able to sustain a kind of technical life for my children in schooling while living deep in the woods, because when shit hits the fan, they're either gonna freeze or starve to death before they get to my ass, let alone play with all the little booby traps. And as you can see, I kinda got little threads started. I don't know if you can get, oh, you can kind of see the flicker, but there's a little thread started on the outside of that, grabbing the grooves in there, and that's what I'm going to use. But I'm going to go to Ace Hardware tomorrow, and I'm going to get some of those plastic bolts fit in there nicely, because I figured that would be my best chance. Now I'm going to heat this plastic piece up again with my torch. Let's thread it back in there.